In April's AILA interview of the month, AILA member Faye Kolly shares the latest on Texas Senate Bill 4, which targets sanctuary cities, and she offers insights on the importance of advocating at the local level. How does SB 4 affect the local community?
SB 4 is a really big bill that contains several provisions, and we've seen it morph over the session with lots of different amendments and different versions. And in fact, we're still awaiting a final version of the bill to come out of the House committee. But there are several major highlights that have been consistent with the bill. One is a provision, sort of a similar to a show me your papers provision, that allows police officers to inquire as to immigration status upon a finding of probable cause. The second provision that's important is that it mandates that local law enforcement and campus police comply with detainers. And when I say campus police, I mean police who are in institutions of higher learning. The bill applies to all local law enforcement entities at the city and the county and at the campus police level. Our concern as members of AILA is that this bill will lead to racial profiling and discrimination based on nationality and even religion. And lastly, the bill creates a private cause of action for individuals to sue local law enforcement officials for non-compliance in the bill. And it also has a provision holding local law enforcement officials criminally liable, Class A misdemeanor, for failure to comply with the bill.
What have you and the chapter been doing?
We've been working tirelessly this session. There are a number of bills that have come up, with SB 4 being sort of the bill that we've been working on as a chapter most tirelessly against. We have had members come from all over the state to testify in public against the bill. We have been able to provide expert written testimony to both Senate and House members with regard to SB 4. We have had members who have been actively writing op-eds and responses to the Attorney General of Texas, who actually, in a rare instance, came out to try to defend the legality or the constitutionality of detainers. We have had our chapter leaders post on social media and have been really active in connecting the dots so that our members and within the state who haven't been able to make it down for testimony can call and can write letters and otherwise engage in the legislative process.
How can other chapters engage in advocacy efforts at the local level?
As a first matter, I would say get involved, contact your local legislatures, your city council officials. More than ever, what we're seeing is that laws pertaining to immigration are no longer just at the federal level. They're happening at the state level and at the city level and at the county level, and it's critical for AILA members to get involved at the local level in order to stop both bad legislation that will impact the day-to-day lives of our clients and of our communities, but also to support the good laws that can help. There is a definite information and knowledge gap at the local level, and this is where I think AILA members can play a critical role in helping our elected officials do the right thing, understand the law and its implications in a way that you can't always do at the federal level. The second thing I would say to do is to make sure to coalition build. The AILA Texas chapter has been involved with an organization called the Trust Coalition that was expressly formed in about 2007-2006 in order to deal with immigration-related bills at the state legislature. And this coalition, it consists of faith leaders, of dreamers, of business members of the community, and it has a wide base of support. And through that coalition, we've been able to really effectively engage the legislature and also organize within our own respective groups in order to oppose bad bills and support good bills. Doing this work is really tough. It takes a lot of time. sometimes you see the same issues come up over and over and over. For example, sanctuary cities it's been a live topic for years, but this session, it really has a lot of power behind it. But everything that you do, I think, at the state level impacts your community so directly that it's a really rewarding experience when you can make a difference.
Thanks, Faye, for joining us.